up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Kicks for Fresh. Now, if you're new here, you could call me Kaye Fresh. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a detailed review and on-feet look, as well as very important sizing information when it comes to the newest Adidas slide, which is the Adilette 22. Now, before we get off into the logistics of this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, because on this channel we talk all things sneakers and fresh fits. So if that's something you're interested in, you don't want to miss out on what I got coming. But now that we got that all out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the review. All right, y'all, so first and foremost, you do have that signature Adidas blue box with the 3 stripes. You do have the branding, which is the Adidas in the trifold. You do have the important size and information. So this is the Adilette 22. I did get a US size 8, which we will talk about a little bit later. And then the code on these is the GX6945. Now, I do not remember the official color on this, and that's why I gave you the color code. But if you go on the Adidas app or the adidas.com webpage, you probably will see these on there. So opening up the box is actually really hard to open it up because these 2 ridges on the side, y'all, I'm over here struggling. And then you open it up, they did wrap them in some tissue paper. And then this fell out, which they have this a lot of times in the stores hanging up. I'm probably gonna throw the box and all that other stuff away. When you take them out the paper, which I just literally obliterated it and ripped it, it does have the Adidas logo on the tissue paper. And then lo and behold, here are the slides that everybody has been talking about. So starting with the outer portion of the slide, it does say the brand with the 3 stripes. And then you have this funky looking pattern all around the slide. I do believe they just used a mold. It kind of reminds me of unfinished wood, like when you cut wood or you chop wood and then you have like the rings that indicate like how old the tree is. That's what it reminds me of with these ridges. On the inside, on the heel, you do have some Adidas trifold branding, and outside of that, that is all the branding that you get. The outer sole is actually very interesting. You do have holes on the outer sole, which I don't know if that helps with like gripping on the floor, like, you know, if you got like water and stuff that kind of seep in when you wear your slides. But for the most part, that is literally all there is to this slide. So I'm just gonna give you a quick 360 look. Now, before we address the elephant in the room and Kanye's little tantrum that he did on Twitter the other day or on Instagram, I don't know, I can't even keep up. I have been a fan of the Adidas Adilette brand for quite some time. I actually want to show you all a few of my collection. So I do have the sandal, which is a women's sandal, and it's like purple, and then it's got like the pink on there. I did do a review on the black and white pair, so I do have a few pair of these. I didn't want to show y'all my beaters. I'm just gonna reserve that for another day. But these are one of my other pairs of Adilette slides. So as you can see, we have the Adilette since 1972 with the cloud foam on the side. And I just wanted to show y'all that because I actually was really excited to get this pair of slides. Not really so much because of the hype of the Yeezy slide, even though a lot of people have been making comparisons. I actually have no Nike slides. I don't have slides in any other brand but Adidas, because I just really love the Adilette and the cloud foam. So with that being said, I do need to address the elephant in the room, is the fact that Kanye and the Yeezy brand, they're beefing right now, because according to Kanye, he feels like that this Adilette 22 is a rip-off and is a fake Yeezy, and really just a time for Adidas to make money off of somewhat his creation. And of course, I gotta give my take on that. First and foremost, I do have the green glow, or the glow green, but honestly, like, this slide really just didn't at first glance give me Yeezy. This didn't give me Yeezy slide. I don't know. Like I was so fixated on really just the Adilette part of Adidas. And then the more and more I looked at it, I said, okay, you could probably make that argument really based off the hype of this slide. This looks chunky like this slide, but really when it comes down to it, like there really isn't much comparison, y'all. So you have the toe, a lot rounder on the Green Glow and then a lot wider on the Adilette. Then when you get here, y'all, this is the biggest difference. Look at this. If I line these up, there's about what, an inch, half an inch of difference on how much slide is right here around the midfoot of your foot. And then obviously right here, this one is a lot more narrow around the base of your foot versus this being a lot wider. And then last but not least, y'all, there's just, I don't know, as more and more you put them together, there's not really much of a comparison. Now, I can play devil's advocate all I want, but the reality is I get it. You know, this is something that has caused mass hysteria. It is very hard to get this slide right about now because so many people are flocking to it. I think it's because it is a great alternative to the Yeezy slide. It's something that people feel like they could get a lot easier. The resale on these is not too bad. Like I paid $55. I think a size 8 is like, last time I looked, maybe like $67, $80 or whatnot. I don't even know, but this one's like $200, $160 depending on the size. So I get it, but I think for me, it really is just gonna come down to how this slide performs. I feel like it's a lot more wearable. People are not really gonna be tripping. And let's just hope I don't slip and my foot go through the slide like they be doing out here on these Yeezy slides, because baby, when I tell you, people be risking it all to wear these slides and I'm not here for it. So that's neither here nor there, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna let the people that got the money and got the time to talk about these things. But anyway, moving along, now is the time where I show you all the on feet portion of this video. All right, y'all, so now that you've seen the on feet portion of the video, I want to briefly talk about sizing. That was the first time that I actually put on the slide. Big differences from a lot of the Adilette models that I have worn in the past. I do feel like this area around the toe is a little bit more wider than I thought it would be, but it wasn't that bad because honestly, I had on socks and I usually wear socks with my slides. Like the only time I don't wear socks is with my sandals. Like I don't wear socks with these, but anything that's a slide, I wear socks with. So I felt like it made it a lot more comfortable. And then with your foot kind of sinking down in the slide, I love that about it. It kind of elevates your midfoot and your arch, because I don't have an arch. Like I have plantar fasciitis. In fact, I'm probably gonna wear them today out so that I can see really truly what they hitting for. But I do feel that this size 8 is perfect. I feel like if I would have did a 9, so I'm usually an 8.5, 9 in men's, even though I think my true size is probably 8, but I got wide feet, y'all. So I do an 8.5 or a 9 just to be safe. And if I would have done a 9, they would have been way too big. I would have had to take them back or send them back. So my suggestion is, if you are half size, so if you're an 8.5, you're 9.5, you're 10.5, I will go with an 8 a 9 or a 10. I would not size up a half a size. That is just my personal opinion. For the people who are whole sizes, please know that if you're an 8, go with an 8. If you're a 9, go with a 9. If you're a 10, go with a 10. That is just my personal opinion. You might have gotten other opinions from YouTube and some other people that have reviewed the slides. But I just personally feel that you can get away with going down a half a size if you are on the half size spectrum. All right, y'all. So now that we've done that detailed review, we've done the on-feet look, as well as some important sizing information. Now is your time to sound off down in the comments. I want to hear from you all. What do you think about this slide as you compare it, and as people have been comparing it to the Yeezy slide and Kanye and all that hoorah? Also, please let me know if you were able to grab a pair. I likely will get another colorway here down the line. I do believe the mixed color with the green and this color is coming out, I think, July 8th. So I will be definitely on the lookout for them. But if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, comment down below like I said earlier, and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. I am on my way to 4K, but like always, I am your girl Kaye Fresh, and as always, you already know what to do. Stay fresh.